Come on. There we go. So, I took a wonderful... Actually, oh shoot, let me turn this light on. There we go. And there was light. Took a heck of a nap earlier. It was quite awesome. Oh, I'm awake, ready to do some Overwatch. So, let me skip ahead. First thing I'm checking, composition. Alright, on the team Winton Lab. So we're running Ramatra, Ana Lucio. Oh wait. Yeah, Ana Lucio, Farah Tracer. Okay, pretty solid. The team running a Reinhardt, Mei Hanzo, Kiriko Moira. I'm gonna cheat just a little bit because I've already done the review for the final map. I'm not sure where the Reinhardt pick is coming from. And then we're seeing a lot of Hanzo. But on our team, likewise, Ana isn't truly meta right now. We're gonna want to make that shift towards Kiriko. At the same time, Ana can be a very strong personal pick. But let's just see how this goes. But right on jump, it looks like Winton Lab has a hero selection advantage. Just based on the current meta. Alright, and pause. Let's get a quick positioning check on this very first engagement. So we've got Tracer on a flank. Got Lucio, Ramatra, Ana. Where's Farah? Where's Farah? Farah, where'd you go? Oh, okay, boom. So both DPS on a flank. So there's no way to make this perfect because a 5v5 inherently imbalances things, but getting two really strong points of attack with Ramatra and the DPS on the other one, that's really awesome. The only thing that I could possibly ask for more perfectly is getting Tracer around over here on the backside or cutting through this back door and going like around the back, but I'm getting picky here. Oh, that's just pretty. I'm not sure whether Ryan didn't keep going. Maybe he was looking for a support and didn't get the support he wanted. But to ante that, right on the Rhine, Kiriko, this should force a Suzu really quickly. Yep, so there's Suzu. That's the point where we gotta engage. So even if the anti-nade doesn't get the peeling blockage, it can force Suzu, and then, okay, let's just roll over him. And so, just by punching, we already got the Moira before the Suzu came through. And then, Tracer's in the back got one target. Kiriko is always a high priority target. This is... Side tangent, Kiriko is a well-designed character. Like, just... Yeah, a unique... just genre, not some kid, but still very much has that kind of feel. Anyway, and then yeah, there goes Ryan, there goes Tracer, and then Mei kind of like self-staggered actually because yeah. All right, and then all right. So I said this in another review. As soon as you cap the point, shuffle your positioning, pick a point to hold, and by the time that they're respawning, let's look at positioning here on the point. So tank, support, DPS is Tracer. Yep, Tracer's right over here. Tracer can probably get a pulse bomb this next fight. And honestly, this is really cool because it actually leaves the Farah here to babysit Ana, which is kind of backwards, mom. But as far as watching that back door, a flanker's going to have to deal with Farah before they get to the Ana. And likewise, Farah can control that boop ledge, and Farah's rockets can still reach all over here just like Ana's healing can. So this is pretty decent. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, this is a really cool effect because keep in mind it's only been one team fight, but because of how boom it went, they're really slow, tentative coming in. It took a solid 12% for them to get back. Most team fights, if everyone, like, if the whole team dies in a Diva Bomb and respawns and walks back without any kind of movement cooldowns, it should be like 6 to 8%, maybe 10. We're already at 12 and they haven't even got through the archway yet. Oh, Tracer got away with one. Yeah, so again, this is a prime spot where Tracer's going to get more value by coming here to the back line than just standing in the same two archways. Now, if the DPS and the tank split archways, like Ramatra's right here and Farah's right here, as far as shooting out past that, that's going to get some more value. Or if Tracer were to come around like in this back hallway, but really just making the team split their focus. Because at one point, Mei was taking a pot shot at Tracer. And here's the thing: if we rewind like 20 seconds, I'm not gonna do it right now, but when Mei's shooting way over here, if Mei misses the shot on Tracer, it gets 0 value. However, if Tracer's here, let's see, yeah, from their point of view, if they're shooting at Tracer and they miss and hit Ramantra, it still gets value. If they miss and hit Lucio, it still gets value. If they really miss and somehow clip Ana, still gets value. So by just spreading out more, you increase the skill ceiling required by your opponent to get any kind of value. And I say that carefully because when I say spread out, I don't mean like run off on 18 different flanks and do whatever. But if you can collectively apply pressure from different angles and force your team to full-on spin, it's going to make their life a lot more difficult. Okay, that's some clutch healing on a... Oh! Whew. Well done on that one, Tracer. Oh, Tracer. Oh, Tracer! That's just a reminder that the Tracer is actually in... I think it's Masters or GM? I can't remember. But, yeah, really solid Tracer play. And this isn't to belittle or be mean, but against players who weren't equipped to counter a Tracer at that level. Alright, so, real quick, we're about to... Actually, I want to rewind 20 seconds. Okay, so, kind of like I said last time, after a team fight, shuffle. And I wonder if Tracer could see this. I'm going to come down here and just going to check this POV area. Yep, Tracer might have been able to see that. Let's see. Looks like no. However, just based on the timing of things, this is one way that a Lucio swap can be advantaged, because if you speed boost to it, you can change the timing. But if you're waiting for a regroup, oh, they're not there. And then also, if Tracer's finally back here, around on this flank I've been asking for the whole time. Hey, I don't see anyone. They must be on the backside. So you can already see Ramatra turning around. This scares me, but let's come on up and see what happens. Because even with the Farah babysitter, this is not a good spot for Ana to be. Yeah, okay, way to run. Yeah, Ana... Decent. Okay. So, I want to rewind just a little bit, and I actually want to take this down speed. So, in case you've never watched my replays before, you kind of come here to this playback speed button. Sometimes you can take it 0.75, even 0.5 in this case, just to kind of see what's going to happen ability-wise. They're coming. Okay. Alright, some missed shots. Ana gets out of there. Now the dangerous thing, a good Ana, a good Mei should be able to hit 2 headshots, which takes out the Ana. So in that case, kind of got lucky, or lucky that it wasn't an Ashe or a Widow or a Hanzo. But we'll take the lucky win. Now, here comes the engagement. I'm going to spin over here just because of where it went that last time. I want to stop and start quite a bit, just tracking abilities. Okay, so, oh, that's such a well-timed boop. I'm not sure if that was a reaction to an audio cue or just going for the environmental, but if you boop Kiriko or Hanzo during their ults, you change the trajectory of where it's going. Same thing with like Mei's throwing ult. If you move her while she's throwing it, if you do it soon enough, you'll cancel her ult. But in the case of Kiriko, I'm not sure where that Kiriko is trying to aim it, but Lucio changed the direction of it. So we have the new direction, and now we have a sleep. I'm going to be honest, I don't like this sleep. Yes, it hits, but Ryan's in the face of Ramatra. Ramatra can hold his own, especially if there's an Ana back here healing up Ramatra. Don't need that sleep. I would have much rather saved that for another ult to, like, if Ryan was going to shatter, or if Soldier has visor, things like that. I'm trying to think of other ones. In this case, Moira Coalescence. But let's see how this keeps going. We got a sleep. Oh, that's so beautiful. We got an Ana, so we got a Mei going, Kiriko going. The ult got off, but boop, boop. Wait, oh, Kiriko got out. Okay. Oh, and then I actually missed the Pharah ult. It's part of the reason I love this speed. Wait. Oh, I still missed it somehow. But that is a team kill with 5% left. That's map. There's no combo in the game that'll get you back faster than that. So, round 1, really solid. Let's keep moving. Uh-oh. Come on. Uh-oh. I broke it. Okay, 1 second. Okay, there we go. Alright, so first thing I'm looking at while I move my camera out here, team comp. Winton Lab, keeping the same composition. And then our opponents, relatively keeping the same composition, just switched from Hanzo to Cassidy. So, my guess is Cassidy, whether the Cassidy swap happened because of the Tracer. Now, hot take of the day, Cassidy still counters Tracer. It's not the flashbang stun. However, if Tracer gets grenaded, she has to recall. So in that regard, as far as forcing a cooldown, Cassidy still functions like a counter, but as far as making him a hard counter like he used to be, that's not the case anymore. That might just be misknowledge that carried over from Overwatch 1, or a thorough understanding of the grenade mechanics. But let's see how this goes. Now, Lucio versus no Lucio. We should be zooming out there. Other hot take of the day. Oh, okay, 1 second. I'm going to pause that right there. At least on the first point of control maps, we're just running Lucio. Now, after the first team fight, is when runbacks change, possibly. But let's also look at these angles. So we got... Oh, wait, I missed Soldier instead of Tracer. Okay, so we got Soldier and Lucio over there. That's perfect. That's enough. They can take care of themselves. Ana, Ramatra, and Pharah in the middle. I'm not a fan of Pharah in the middle, to be completely honest. But it's also splitting up so you can get the Sojourn from the high ground, because Sojourn can't fly, and then getting Pharah over the middle. That can work. Although flying into a natural counter, I'm not sure where Ramatra's going here. This kind of worries me. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, some side pressure of sorts. Okay, yeah, that's scary. So, because keep in mind, you've got 3 folks over here now, and the only support is a Lucio. Ana could have, if they would have called it more effectively, or if they had dive characters to get on Ana, Ana's just deleted. And Pharah's getting some good damage in, but not able to support the team super effectively or confirm kills from there, especially if Ryan's coming in here. Oh, whoops. Let's see how this goes. Okay, we're getting some pew-pew. No eliminations yet, but a little... Honestly, I'm a little uneasy. I can't remember how it went, but... Oh, okay, Farah Ana for the cap. That'll work. Now, oh, Farah got tapped. Let's see. Bloop. This Sojourn way over here, is gonna basically create some space for Ramatra, because so much attention is being pulled over here of, hey, watch out for Sojourn. Hey, watch out for Sojourn. They might even rotate, but with Sojourn's mobility and this jump pad, they're not going to be able to confirm the elimination. I've been wrong before. It could happen, but it's much less likely. Even though they're running in. Yeah, there goes one. Alright, decent withdraw. Let's see. Where's Ramatra? Okay. Alright. That's really nice, because that point flip, honestly, was really... I think it was on 2 kills. Yeah, it was the Farah, who's now Hanzo, and Ana. So, we didn't feed too many eliminations into their ult bank. We're running into one single choke. Now, this is the fastest choke. This is also the easiest choke to spam down. Whether you're hiding around this corner, or hiding around that corner, or hiding up there on the high ground, or on the middle high ground, everyone can see this shooting angle. Which means your chances of getting a better shot are lower. Now, admittedly, Ace is a little cracked. But the whole team should not be running through the same choke. At least in my perfect world, I would send someone over this way, over that way. That usually falls to the DPS of taking a wise flank that creates enough of a split, but not so much that it makes you diveable. Oh! Now keep in mind, I've slept on this for several days. It's been like 4 or 5 since I've watched it, so I didn't remember that, but I present to you Blitzu's really excellent support shatter as proof that we should not all run through the same choke. Yeah. Alright, so let's see. Sojourn's playing the health pack poke game right now. Now, I'm not sure if Ramatra realizes that he's got no support right now. Okay, that was some luck. Oh. Oh. That one I do remember. Fat Finger Q, which... Yep. And then deleted. Supporting. Oh. Ooh. I don't know what happened there. That must have been like a keystroke error of some sort, because that Reinhardt should have been able to finish the pin on the Lucio. Winton Lab got very lucky on that one. Alright. Alright. Good. Support. Problem is, 2 supports against 2 supports in a DPS aren't going to win. Ana gets out. Oh. But not out enough. So far, Winton Lab's going to have like a solid 50% of point charge. Just basically either getting picked off early or trickling in. Now, so some break points I like to use, particularly for control. Yeah, really just control. If you are in spawn, whether because you got pushed back or you regrouped, or if you died and you're respawning, if you are in spawn with 90% left, you need to use a movement cooldown to get out of spawn to get back. If it's less than that, don't use a movement cooldown yet, because what happens is, especially the longer ones like Rhine Charge, Lucio, Amp, Speed Amp, things like that, you're not going to have them back in time to make them useful. But you want to make your way to the point as reasonably as possible, keeping in mind that, especially in the middle brackets of skill, a lot of players are just going to take the fastest way. If you have higher speed, like Sojourn, Soldier, Tracer, Wrecking Ball, try taking a different route, because the enemies are going to realize, oh, we've almost got this, let's just choke up right here. And if you just run into that, it makes their defensive job a lot easier. So you want to spread out a little bit more on your entrances as well, especially in these waning percentages. The other one is, especially if you don't have your full team yet, don't trickle feed early. You want to wait, like if you're nearby the point. So like for Oasis, I would call it like this little gate right here. You don't have to go you don't have to leave to go touch until at least like 96, 97%. You don't want to get too greedy and just miss out on touching it, but don't go early like, okay, it's 90%, let's go. Give it some time, let it wait. Just getting comfortable with that percentage ticker is one of those things that we needed. That's one of the reasons why we played so much Control during placements, is to just realize, okay, I've got more time, wait for it, now go. But let's see how they do. Alright, so part of the reason I say that, oh man, those eliminations just came rolling in. If you trickle into like let's say a 2v5, the likelihood of even just surviving, let alone winning that, is very low. However, in this case, I think it was 4 that we, or no, yeah, all 5 are here. Let me just drop time a little bit. Let's back up 20 seconds. So they've almost got a full squad. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got to wait for that Ana. Now, keep in mind, Ana has no movement cooldown, but an Ana walking at that point, Ana's going to get there at least with line of sight. Here comes a Hanzo ult to make things interesting. Maywall breaks. There's a Lucio beat. Now, here's the hot take. Okay, admittedly, Hanzo Dragon did some work there. But that was a little early. You know, if the Hanzo Dragon didn't get any eliminations, you want to wait another 2 or 3% until your Ana here is in position. But good job on that Hanzo Dragon. Because it's either going to eliminate them, or it's going to push them out of the space so that you can get in there. Oh, Nano, Ramatra, team kill, good flip. Right there at the edge of overtime. Oh, wait. I can actually go back to normal speed. Good split on the DPS. Yeah. Some good Ramatra poke. Health is staying okay. Really good poke value. This is a classic example. Part of it is Ryan. I don't think he needs a rework or retool or even a buff per se, but they need to show Ryan some love, because Ramatra just deletes Reinhardt. Ramatra makes Reinhardt obsolete. Now, admittedly, lore-wise, I think that might be like a local thing they're getting into of like, oh, Omnics are the new way. But with his long-range poke, if you come to that archway, Ramatra can just poke down Ryan or his shield or his teammates the entire approach. And then when he gets up close, Nemesis form, let's go. And so this Blitzu's Reinhardt job here is made very difficult just by how Ramatra is built. It's not overpowered. Oh! Okay, let's see how this one goes. Very lucky that only one person got shattered. That's a well-placed shatter. That's also some really good placed backline, because if these two are any closer, they're getting shattered too. The problem is, though, and I can already call this just because I've heard some voice lines, Reinhardt is shattered, the Fox got popped, and then I'm pretty sure I hear High Noon going off as well. I'm going to slow things down real quick so I can catch all these abilities. Okay, so got the other two. Oh, and I'm pretty... Yep. So this team used Shatter. May ult just went off. High Noon went off. Fox went off, and Coalescence went off. Problem is, there's still 3 people alive. So, and then, oh, nice shutdown from Sojourn. Yep, just outside of it. So, admittedly, the DPS flank saved the DPS, but the supports and tank are down. After that pick, so let's see. Yeah, it's 2 DPS against a sleeping tank. Uh-oh. A low DPS, a DPS, and a support. This isn't an ideal fight, but this is clutchable. And Hanzo's... Oh, there's another one. So now, with a second really nice pick, it's... Okay, a now Woken tank, but a tank, a very low DPS, and 1 support against 2 full health DPS. Uh-oh. Yep, there goes the other one. So, after getting a 5-pack of ults, it only confirmed 3 kills. Well, eventually 4. But it still leaves 1 DPS to basically stall against the support and the tank. I'm going to take this back up to speed, but let's see. Okay, so that one goes... It's going to get flipped. Here comes overtime Lucy. Oh! So, getting to this point of the map, once you're in overtime, it's really critical to call when your supports are down, things like that. And also know when to taxi your team and when to leave your team and get to the point. So, from what I could kind of tell over here in the background is that Lucio taxied, and then as soon as it's just Hanzo on point, Hanzo's down, Lucio speed boosts, gets on the wall, so that extra speed boost and gets to the point to stall. Which is also just enough to get these 2 back. The first 2 people who died in that failed ult fight earlier. So again, just because you get wiped doesn't mean you're necessarily out of it. A little liberal with the sleep darts, but it could be really critical in this case. Let's see what... Nope, we're gonna wake him. Alright. Here comes Annihilation. Oh, there goes 1, 2, 3, 4. Don't see 9. Wow. Okay. So another point as far as like confirming kills, especially in an overtime situation, you want to assign folks to different duties. So with a hero composition like this, the Ana's going to be the one who has to stay on point. Just because Ana can't really move. Let Lucio and let the speedier DPS run off and chase kills. Likewise, you don't want the slow tank with no movement abilities whatsoever to be the ones chasing off. A Winston, perhaps, or a Wrecking Ball, but not a Ramatra or a Zarya. Oh. Ramatra putting in work. And then, real quick, and then realizing what the percentage is, just forcing attention here, didn't even get it like a spawn camp kill, but just forcing attention gives them no opportunity to get back to the point. Now, if Ace was doing that in the 5th round, yeah, that'd be very unsportsmanlike, and come on, man. But in a competitive match like this, those are the type of places where you want to look at, again, that engagement time. That 90% windows when you guys start looking of how close am I to the point and how am I going to get there, and then also kind of like scouting what your opponents are doing. If they're just going to choke that off, you have to go a different way. You really, I mean, Reinhardt can literally charge, but he can be CC'd. But you've got to make sure you have ways to get there. Could you possibly get slept on the way in? Could you just get one shot on the way in? Things like that. Can you get May walled off? And then make sure you have ways around it. Also, 90% is when you want to start looking at speed heroes. So your Lucio, the next one I would think is Moira, because her fade does give her a bit of a push. DPS, you're looking at Tracer and Soldier. Sojourn and Echo are other good options, especially depending on your play style and what you need. For tanks, it's Wrecking Ball. maybe Winston Diva, but that's my feedback on this control map. This one actually went way longer than the other ones. My apologies. But just some useful things.